Big news! Thomas Frank gives the green light for his first signing. Tottenham is the right place for this world-class midfielder. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham are zoning in on a move to sign Jack Grealish from Manchester City. Grealish looks destined to leave the Etihad this summer after starting just 7 times in the Premier League for Man City last season. The former Aston Villa star has been linked with multiple clubs during discussions about his future in Manchester, and one of those regularly mentioned is Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs show real interest in signing Man City outcast Jack Grealish. Grealish is regularly linked, and according to TalkSport on Tuesday, Tottenham hold a genuine interest in signing him. The broadcaster reported via Instagram that there are other teams in the race to sign the 39-time England international, who will be looking for a fresh start away from Pep Guardiola's Man City this summer. It's the World Cup next year, and Grealish will no doubt have his sights on making Thomas Tuchel's squad. TalkSport adds that there's an acceptance that his time at Man City is over, meaning it's agreed that he'll be finding a new club in the summer transfer window. Grealish is on a lot of money at Manchester City. His £300,000 a week wages there are likely to trump that of any Spurs player or any contract that Levy has ever agreed in his life. For a player who's arguably past his best, Tottenham will struggle to justify paying anywhere near that for the Birmingham-born maestro. Tottenham must move for Bayern Munich midfielder Joao Palhinha this summer. Spurs need a proven destroyer in midfield this summer, and we believe Joao Palhinha could be the perfect answer to that pressing need. One area that remains a problem in this Tottenham team is the number 6 position, where Yves Bissouma and Bergvall currently occupy for Spurs. It was reported that Spurs were in the running for Johnny Cardoso as a £21 million buy clause for the American was inserted in the deal that saw Giovanni Lo Celso move to Real Betis 2 summers ago. However, Cardoso looks set to remain in Spain, according to recent reports, as Atletico Madrid have submitted a £25 million bid for the 23-year-old, with the possibility of players being included as well. With Spurs set to miss out on Cardoso this summer, there is a need for them to turn their attention elsewhere, and there could be a bargain signing lurking around at Bayern Munich. However, Spurs could look to poach a defensive midfielder who is currently out of favour in Germany since he completed his move from Fulham to Bayern last summer. Joao Palhinha is reported to be considering his future in Germany after the former Fulham man managed just 17 appearances in the Bundesliga last season, playing only 667 minutes. It is said that the Portuguese international is set to have talks with Bayern's sporting director and head coach Vincent Kompany to see if he would have a chance at the Bavarian club before deciding on his next move. Joao Palhinha would be a smart option for Spurs midfield. Should Palhinha look elsewhere for consistent football, Tottenham Hotspur have to be in the running for the defensive midfielder. Last season, Tottenham finished on negative goal difference after conceding 65 goals in the Premier League. While many would be quick to point to the defence as the issue given the injury crisis, that is not necessarily the case, as the midfield of Tottenham was subpar for most of last season. Yves Bissouma was inconsistent throughout the last campaign, and his game was filled with errors, which ultimately cost Spurs. When the midfield cannot shield the backline, then a team would consistently have to defend. We have seen the importance of having a top-class holding midfielder, as the absence of Rodri alone from Manchester City caused them a lot of trouble last term. Yves Bissouma could be on his way out this summer, and Spurs would need a replacement, which makes Joao Palhinha a great option given that he has Premier League experience following his impressive spell at Fulham, which earned him a move to Bayern. Tottenham are reported to be looking to sign players with experience, capable of playing in the English top flight and in Europe, and they might just have found their man in the Portuguese midfielder, whose future at Bayern Munich remains undecided. Spurs are interested in signing the Bournemouth attacker Antoine Semenyo during the summer transfer window, and the player would prefer to join a Champions League club. He is also on the radar of Manchester United and Liverpool. It will be interesting to see if Tottenham can get the deal across the line. According to a report from Sky Sports, they have stepped up their efforts to sign the player. The 25-year-old Ghana international has been outstanding in the Premier League for the Cherries, and he produced 20 goal contributions last season. Tottenham need a versatile attacker like him, and he would be able to slot in anywhere across the front three. The player will add pace, flair and goals to the side. Spurs have secured Champions League qualification for the next season, and that could give them a major advantage in the transfer race, especially against Manchester United. The report from Sky Sports adds that the player has not ruled out a move to Old Trafford yet. It will be interesting to see how the situation develops. Tottenham are in desperate need of attacking reinforcements. They need an upgrade on Richarlison or a replacement if he moves on this summer. Timo Werner has already left the club, and Mathis Tell's future is yet to be determined. Tottenham needs someone who will help create chances in the final third and score goals consistently. The 25-year-old certainly fits the profile. The opportunity to join a big club will be quite exciting for him, and he will look to test himself in the Champions League with Tottenham. It remains to be seen whether the North London outfit can secure an agreement with his club. Semenyo is entering the peak years of his career, and this is the right time for him to take up a new challenge. Tottenham Hotspur have been linked with a move for FC Copenhagen midfielder Victor Froh. The 19-year-old is highly rated across Europe, and he has a bright future. He has the potential to develop into a top-class player in the future. Having played for Everton and Real Madrid in the past, Thomas Gravesen has urged the player to aim higher and join a bigger club than Tottenham. It will be interesting to see where the player ends up eventually. Aim higher. Frankfurt is a great club, and Tottenham is a great club. But this guy needs to aim a little higher, he said via Tipsbladet. Go for the gold. Have an ice in your stomach and play a season in the Champions League where you show how good you are as a footballer so you can hit the top shelf. Frankfurt is okay and a very good club. Rasmus Christensen is showing the way down there. Tottenham are in a difficult place at the moment, even though they've won a trophy in Europe. But come on, Victor Froh. Show us on the Danish national team and in the Champions League for FC Copenhagen that you belong on a shelf that's somewhat higher than the two clubs mentioned. Froh would be a quality long-term investment for Tottenham if they can get the deal across the line. The 19-year-old is a promising young talent with a bright future, and Tottenham would do well to secure his signature. Tottenham have done well to improve their squad in recent windows, and they have brought in multiple young players. It is no surprise that they are keen on the 19-year-old. Froh could develop into an important player for Spurs over the years. The Tottenham midfielder could play a key role in his growth. Tottenham are looking to improve their squad this summer, and they could certainly use talented young players like Froh. With the right guidance, they could develop into key assets for the club in future. That wraps up today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for our latest content. Be sure to give this video a like and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow the Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for tuning in, and as ever, come on you Spurs!